Hey, this is Morty back with another video. This time I'm going to go over a little bit about the Vexthaw key and what you need to do it. I'm not going to travel to each of the zones because there's so much travel going on that it would just take way too long to do it. So um, just going to kind of talk about it. I'll put a link in the video to the EQ progression um, walkthrough there, but just know for Project Quarm, there's a lot more mobs that actually drop it. There's different places that you can go to do it. I recommend also using PQDI and doing a search by drops in every zone, and then searching by what can actually drop it in the zone, because there's a few zones that have drops that are like closer to the zone line, more mobs that drop it than what shows in the EQ progression area. And I'll kind of give you some examples as I'm talking about it while I'm here in Akiva Ruins. So quick walkthrough. The zones that you're going to want to hit are acrylic caverns, and for that one you can actually kill gremlings right outside of it in the gremling forest as well, but it's not too hard to do either. To get the piece, it's pretty quick either way, outside um, gremling forest or in gremling caverns. I think it took me maybe 10 minutes to get mine. There's probably groups in there doing experience and shards rotting all the time. The next one is here in Akiva Ruins, and I can run up there and kind of show you where I got mine. It is soloable, a little bit more of a pain in the butt to solo it. You have to kind of kite down this hallway straight in front of us. If there is a group there, it becomes a lot easier because they do rot.
Kong says indifferent. Kong says indifferent.
And
Kong
the
says
group
indifferent.
often pulls this hallway. So
Kong says indifferent.
you would have to clear this hallway. Usually what groups do is they set up right here in this corner or right here in the middle of the room, and they're going to clear all of the mobs all around here. These rock guys are the guys that you want to pull. So if you clear these three guys, then you can pull a rock guy up this hallway. Sometimes they summon, which can be a pain in the butt, but you can feign that off and kill the rock guy in the hallway here to get the shard. It's a pretty low drop chance, so you might be here for a while unless you're looting rots. So then after Akiva Ruins, you don't have to do these in any specific order. You can go to Dawn Shroud. Dawn Shroud was actually the one that took me the longest. I got mine from the little rock bird type dinosaur things. But they're along the pathway here. There's a whole bunch of spawns around this whole pathway that have higher drop chances. You can also kill them and try to get the special mobs to spawn there. I didn't have any luck, so I got mine off of the little rock dinosaur things. Fungus Grove. Um, Man, I don't even remember getting that one. Oh, it says off of the skitter bugs in there. There are groups that fight in the caves in Fungus Grove. Soloed mine. You can solo the first two guards right outside the caves, and they'll drop off of them. I'm sure they rot a lot in the caves, and there have been groups in there. Pretty easy to get soloable. Maiden's Eye, they drop off of um, the tribe guys. I got mine off of scouts. I'm sure that they rot a lot out there because of the amount of kiters out there. I don't know if they drop off of anything else. Double check PQDI. Let's see. Sanctus Cero or Cata Casalium. I did mine in Ceru. I went in and to the right, and then you go up the teleporter, and there's a big kind of like hall that goes on the second level all the way around, and you kind of just clear all those guards up there. They have about like 9k hit points. The hardest part about it is finding like where to clear. And for me, I found as a necro, the best starting point is the corners. If you start at the corner, you can use the your short fear, like your lowest level fear, and it'll break before they get to the first cubbies. So you can kind of just fear and aggro kite for a little bit from those corners. Then after Sanctus Ceru, you could go to Scarlet Desert, and I did the little ninja looking dudes. I can't remember their names. Um, I don't know. I might have killed like 3 or 4 of them. It was pretty fast. Then outside of, or sorry, Sarath's temple, you can go into the basement and in the tunnels and kill the skeletons in the tunnels. Drops pretty fast there. If there's groups, it's pretty quick. Um, in the gray, there's a whole bunch of mobs that drop it. The Sun Revs drop it. The Snake guys drop it. Um, Golems drop it, so it drops all over the place in the gray. In the deep, that one was a little bit harder, but this one's important on EQ progression. You do not have to go this deep into the deep to get them. From Echo Caverns, you can just go in left, and once you go around the corner and past the bend, there's horrors that hang out around this loop here, and you can just like, the spawns are pretty quick. I think 8 minutes in here. You can just go and kill these horrors, go up the hill to this area, then go back down the hill and just do this loop, and you'll get a bunch of shards. I think our group got them in like 2 or 3 passes, so it's pretty easy to do. Then the next part, like once you get all of your shards, you have to get an essence emerald and summon wisp stone and come back to Akiva ruins, and then you have to You have to come to an area deep inside here, and there's some sacrifice remains that you have to kill to get a dude to spawn. And as a necro, I did it by using my Wanda Shadow. So, um, I think this dropped in Fear a long time ago. Or no, this is from Kedge from Hammerhead down there. So I got this long time ago, doing, like helping Bard out with his epic. So I got this Wand of Shadow. You can also um, probably use Wand of Darkness to do this because it's instant cast. So you could probably do that, but getting this Kedge wand is probably pretty easy for Necro nowadays. So I'll show you what I did. I'm not going to use up my charges to do that now, but I just wanted to show you what I did. So I do have my combine already done for my 10 slot, so I wanted to show you guys that. Um, I'll walk in here. I have my triggers set up so that I
Comms as
can
indifferent.
con these.
Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as scowling. Comms as scowling.
There's obviously a trap right there that I went over. So there's a trap here, and there's a trap over here someplace. Can't remember where the other traps are. When I was coming through here the first time, it was nice because the group that was running this had triggered all these traps, so this might be a little bit harder for me to show off. Hopefully this doesn't ruin my setup here. Did they just despawn?
Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent. Comms as indifferent.
Oh, so scary.
Comms as indifferent.
So basically what I did is I ran up in here and I feigned death in here. I triggered the wand, right? So my guy popped and I feigned death in here. Because you got to be careful of these guys up here. And then while feigned death, I just had my my little skeleton pet kill these guys over and over again until the mob spawned. And then while he was triggered, I was able to trade him the EE and Wisp Stone in the appropriate order. I think it says Wisp Stone first, and then let's see, it says keep killing until the Shimmering Presence spawn. And once he does, give him the Wisp Stone. Doing it will spawn the Spirit. Give the Spirit the Emerald Essence, and then he'll give you a Shadowed Scepter frame. So then you put all of the 10, 10 shards in the Shadowed Scepter frame, and you combine it, and you get the Unadored Scepter of Shadows. And then once you have this, then you can kill the Emperor and get Plains Rift, and then you can kill any Lucklin raid boss and you get a glowing orb of loose Lucklinite, and get the other piece. And then once you do that, combine those and you get your VT key. So then that would be it. So, oh, there's another trap that went off. So there's traps in here. Be careful. For anybody that's not a Feign Death class, you want to come in here with somebody that can train away, somebody or a group. You know, like these guys aren't super hard, so like you have probably like 3-man your way through here, except for some of these spirits can be rough, so you might want a full group for those. Other than that, I think that's it for today. I'll put a link to EQ progression walkthrough in the um, description here, and I'll put a link to PQDI just in case somebody doesn't have that too. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one, and peace.